Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Mental Health Leadership Development Programme webinar. My name is Emily Pearson, and I'm the founder and managing director at Our Minds Work. I'm here today with Michaela Rini from the Opportunity Group, and we're going to tell you a little bit about our partnership and how we're creating mentally healthier workplaces that thrive together. So Our Minds Work exists to create mentally healthy workplaces. We are a team of experts that design and deliver targeted workplace mental health culture change programs. Michaela, would you like to say hello?
Hi everyone, I'm Michaela Rini. I'm the co-founder and client services director at the Opportunity Group. We are a national organisation that focuses on talent consultancy, and we also have the ability to design and deliver apprenticeship programs. So our big focus in working with Emily and the team is to support you and your teams to develop leadership capability and support your team to be more mentally well in the workplace.
Brilliant. Thanks, Michaela. So, why are we actually here? What we're going to tell you about today is a brand new program, very new to the market, that potentially has a return on investment of over 8 for every £1 that is actually spent on implementing a program like this. If you are interested in having some more information on return on investment, please let us know. We can send you some of the research conducted by Deloitte. So, just a couple of reasons that we are here today. Over the past couple of years, we have seen an increase in poor mental health in the workplace, despite it being a hot topic on board agendas, and that was pre-COVID as well. COVID has actually raised the head even further on poor mental health in the workplace due to the impacts. It is currently the #1 cause of sickness absence in the UK, costing the economy over 45 billion every single year. Workplace mental health is significantly impacted by workplace triggers. So we now see the highest levels of work-related stress, anxiety and depression than we have over the past 18 years since the HSE started to collect data. There has also been a gap in leadership, mental health knowledge, skills, tools and behaviours to tackle the problems caused by poor mental health at work. So not only have we noticed that initiatives have generally been based around mental health awareness, mental health first aid type of knowledge and skills, it hasn't really gone into depth into providing managers and leadership with actual tools, the skills and behaviours that they need to not only prevent mental health problems from occurring due to the workplace, but actually to reduce stigma, to support people in the workplace with mental health problems more effectively, and create mentally healthy workplace as part of a culture change programme. So what we did is we recognised a need to do more around workplace mental health. But what we also know from working with a lot of our clients is that they come to us because of a lack of strategy or specialist knowledge in the workplace. As experts in our field, this is exactly what we can provide, and working together with the Opportunity Group, we're just about to go into the depth of the first workplace mental health leadership development programme in the UK. So then, what is the Mental Health Leadership Development Programme? Like I said, it is the first mental health leadership development programme in the UK, and it is fully funded by the apprenticeship levy. And we've done this in a couple of ways, but what we're going to show you is how we've targeted and created a bespoke program that targets every leadership and manager level in your workplace. It also embeds the Our Minds Work culture change model. So this provides a combination of leadership skills, which is embedded with evidence-based health and social care best practices. It's designed and delivered by qualified workplace mental health experts and specialists in leadership development through apprenticeships. So working together, we are able to provide a highly skilled and expertly designed and delivered a program that fits into every single level of manager and leadership in your workplace, fully funded by the apprenticeship levy. So what we designed this for was we realised that there needed to be a further strategic response to the growing UK workplace mental health problem that we have. And we've done this by working together with Opportunity Group to map over mental health qualifications into apprenticeship standards. So I'm just going to go through the mental health side of leadership. We have designed a range of mental health qualifications which are targeted specifically for managers and leaders in the workplace. We start off with our lowest level, which is the level 3 certificate. This is mental health leadership essentials for managers. This includes mental health awareness, preventing work-related stress, legal obligations for a manager, and how to actually support individuals in the workplace who have mental health problems. Moving up into the level 4 diploma, this is more in depth. This is more around transformational leadership around culture change. This is based around our culture change model and provides the skills, knowledge and tools to be able to not only support individuals in the workplace, but actually begin to work on a strategy and action plan for culture change in their workplace. Moving up into the levels 5 certificate, we've mapped this over to your organisational and department leaders. So the information in the level 5 certificate and the skills provided there are a little bit more than the level 3 certificate, but build on top of the level 3. This is where we actually go into depth of, as a department manager, how you can run regular work-related stress audits to really get to the heart of work-related stress, anxiety, and depression prevention. It also builds on the mental health skills and provides suicide intervention skills specifically for this level of manager. Moving into the level 7 diploma, this really is high level. This is for senior leaders and for driving culture change and creating a mentally healthy organisation. So as you can see, as the certificate or the diploma level goes up, so does the level of skills, strategy, knowledge, and critical thinking about implementing this type of programme. It is internationally recognised. All of our qualifications are awarded by Open College Network, Credit for Learning. And also, because it's embedded into an apprenticeship, you also have the EPA assessment organisation, which credits the standard as well. So I've going to hand over to Michaela here. This is the framework to show you how some of the qualifications are actually mapped over. Michaela?
Thank you, Emily. So as you can see, for this particular leadership pathway, the reason that we've focused on leaders and managers is because that's where we feel that we can have the biggest impact, they can create the biggest change in your organization and really start to support the culture change that you're looking for around mental health. So we've focused entirely here on managers and leaders. Some of the defining principles that we have throughout this whole learner journey, from team leader all the way up to your senior and more strategic leaders within the organization, focus around building trust, loyalty, collaboration, and most importantly, results for your organization. So the idea behind all of our leadership programs is that we aim to create an environment where your business objectives are super clear, they're understood by everyone in the organization, but most importantly, the culture is also really safe for your team as well. So each of these levels are mapped, as Emily says, to an apprenticeship standard. Now, that's been a deliberate decision by Emily and I, because we firmly believe that it's the right thing to do to embed mental health as a core leadership capability and behavior within your organization. And I guess the challenge in the sector at the moment is how to actually fund and pay for this level of learning. So we've looked at the apprenticeship reforms, the apprenticeship levy, to do just that. So each of these programs are completely fully funded through the apprenticeship. levy, I should say. So looking at team leaders, so this is a kind of starting level. This is for your leaders who are either new in role as managers, they're transitioning into a leadership role, or perhaps they've been a team leader for a little while. So this program will focus on giving the real foundations in exceptional leadership. So looking at how you become a transformational leader in the organization and how you can better support your team around workplace stress and mental health. So this is a 12-month program. It will close out with an endpoint assessment where you will be presenting your portfolio that you've built throughout the program and how you've been able to apply those new behaviors, the new tools that you've gained through the program. One of the ones that we actually first started with was Process Leader. And the reason that Emily and I got really excited about this program is because it's all focused on continuous improvement, operational excellence and change. So that beautifully fits with the culture change program that we're looking to develop here. So this is a much more high level diploma. So it's a much more robust, in-depth exploration of mental health, building a mental health strategy for your team, department, or wider organization. But we felt we couldn't just stop there. There's lots of other opportunity to support managers and leaders in your business. So very new and kind of hot off the press are the level 5 operations manager, coaching professional, and the senior leader programs at level 7. So looking at the level 5 options, depending again on what some of the problems that you're looking to fix within your business, the support that you're wanting to give your teams, it would be worth exploring these, for example, if you're looking to embed a coaching culture within your organization. So if you're looking at the practice of your managers and leaders, how they become more supportive, more collaborative in their ways of working, then coaching professional would be a great one to explore. And we've embedded into that one a 2-day mental health certificate. It's equivalent to a level 5 as well, and it's all focused on preventing stress in the workplace and better supporting mental health. And the final version, which is more aimed at those who are a strategic leader within your organization. So where you're looking to create behaviors around strategy and supporting your leaders to lead in a more thoughtful and servient way, then the level 7, which is equivalent to a master's program, would be a great one to explore. We've looked at that in 2 ways because we never make our lives easy for ourselves. So the 2 options available to you there is senior leader, which is relevant across all sectors of leadership. So that's typically people who are your senior leaders in the team or potentially looking to move to board level. And we've also got the senior people professional, which is aimed at your HR, your learning development and organizational change teams as well. And within those programs, you do an equivalent level 7 diploma. So the great thing about all of these programs is that you're coming out of them with 2 qualifications, both that are internationally recognized and ones that will help your team to really start embedding new ways of working.
Excellent. Thanks, Michaela. So Mark, I think this is over to you.
Yeah, hi there. So my name's Mark. I'm the business development manager at All Minds Work. So my main remit is to raise awareness around this portfolio of programs and to consult with organisations on what the right programs are for their business and what's going to work for them. This is a selection of the clients that we're already working with on some of the programs. So yeah, here we've got a list of brands I'm sure everybody's very familiar with, some more than others. So the main takeaway from this slide is to kind of demonstrate that it doesn't matter the size of your organisation, whether it's big or small, whether or not you contribute to the levy fund. There's various ways that you can still access the funding even if you don't contribute yourselves. But even small charities such as Changing Lives, right through to multinational companies like Amazon, there's certainly programs that will fit your business and work alongside your operations as well. Again, it doesn't matter whether or not you contribute to the levy. You can access through the Levy Share initiative, maybe through partnered organisations, or you can co-fund the programme as well. So we can send some information out about that if there's any interest in learning more about various Levy Share programmes. And I'll also be responsible for following up this programme with everybody as well.
Thanks, Mark.
So next we're going to have a little bit of a deep dive into what to expect in the next steps on the programme. So if you do want to take this forward, just to give you a bit of insight into what that learning experience will look like. For those of you who've been involved in the delivery and implementation of apprenticeships in your organisation, you'll be aware of the 20% off the job rule, which requires all apprentices to spend 20% of their time applying their learning back into role. So what that looks like in practice, we've got a range of ways that we will be supporting your team, from virtual workshops, masterclasses that are led by facilitators and experts in mental health, all the way through to one-to-one coaching sessions and mentoring that people are able to access as and when they need it. There's also a big part of these programs, a couple of them do involve a project. So within that project, all of the time spent researching, looking at different mental health initiatives, evaluating the success of some of those options will all be time spent, which will equate to your 20% off the job time. So what this isn't is a program where you will be going off for one day a week to a local college to access learning. This is a professional level apprenticeship qualification, and therefore all of that learning will be things that you're already probably doing in your role, but we will just support your team to apply new ways of working, and hopefully you'll start to see the impact of those, particularly on things like sickness absence in your organisation. So when we get to the point of onboarding your team onto the programme, we'd go through this in a lot more detail as well. So in terms of the onboarding process, so hopefully you've got lots of useful information from the session today. And as Mark says, please do ask if there's any follow-up that you need. But if you're ready to start exploring getting some of your team onto these leadership pathways, then this is what that process will look like. So the first thing that we would need support from you on is getting to understand who are the right people to go on the programme. So we'll spend some time with you helping you through that selection process. And then once we've collected that information from you in terms of who the apprentices are, we've arranged logistics with you and planning for your programme, we'll then explore their eligibility to join the programme. So what that looks like, there is some onboarding documentation to complete. We do require, as an apprenticeship, all people to go through an initial assessment in English and maths. So this is part of the UK government's initiative to improve English and numeracy literacy across the UK. So that's part of their agenda there, and we've got to ensure that you guys are all at the right level for the programme. No problem if those certificates aren't available. We would guide you through that process, but it doesn't stop anyone joining the programme. This is a really inclusive learning experience, and it's open to anyone of any educational background or any age as well. So at that point then, hopefully your team are all set up and ready to get started on the programme. They'll be invited to a launch, which is where they will get a deep dive into the content, what to expect on the programme, and most importantly, get to meet the team that they'll be working with. So just to recap, the support that's offered is facilitators who are experts in leadership and mental health. There'll also be a coach that would work with your team to help progress against the requirements of the programme, and they'd also have a mentor in mental health who will help them guiding through any projects that they might be working on and the implementation of their mental health initiatives.
Okay, so in terms of next steps, what we find when we're talking about, various different programs, rather than bombard you all with lots of information about every single one, what I'll be doing is sending a feedback form I'm just actually dropping that into the chat box right now. If you're viewing this on YouTube, then the link to the form will be in the comments. If you've received the recording by email, then you should have received this form alongside the recording as well. It shouldn't take more than 2 minutes to complete. It's just a range of questions to ask whether or not you're interested in exploring any of the programs further. If so, which ones? Just questions like that. So we find that rather than sending a lot of information initially, just gathering some intelligence from you instead to find out if or not you want to move ahead and explore things further. So I'll be sending that out, or you can access it through the chat box, as I said. Just complete that and submit it, and we'll be in touch with you to arrange either a one-to-one consultation or to send the relevant information that you've requested as well. So that's where we'll be going next.
Thanks, Mark. I think I just want to do a little bit of a summary, actually, because we gave out a lot of information there. So just to really summarize what we're providing here is a strategic solution to mental health problems that are impacting the workplace. And those impacts are everything from the cost due to sickness absence, loss of productivity, higher turnover of staff, work-related stress causing psychological injuries. We know that there is a need for a solution like this. We've been quite innovative with the Opportunity Group and actually designed a targeted program that brings leadership skills and mental health into the workplace at every single level of leadership and management in your organization, so that everybody is using the same tools, the same skills, but on varying levels to support people on an individual level, all the way up to driving cultural change throughout an organisation. And to top it all off, it's all within your levy fund. This is something that Opportunity Group and Our Minds Work have designed together to ensure that we can actually utilise and maximise that levy fund to provide these essential skills for managers. So we look forward to hearing from you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.